I'm back. I am back and super excited to be here with you. My gosh, it was only 2 days, but it felt so much longer to not be able to go live on Facebook. I mean, crazy. I didn't even realize how impactful that would be. But hey, I'm back. Super excited to be here with you this morning. Let's dive right in. We'll go more into all that here in just a second. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You see, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Hey, Wednesday around here is also known as CMA Day. That's right. They own a day of the week. That is Carter Myers Automotive Group, what I believe to be the best automotive group in the country, in the United States of America. And so I love it that I get to spend time with them every Wednesday, working with their team, working with their leaders, working with all their associates. It's just an incredible organization. And hey, with them in mind, I got to tell you, listen, a lot of people around the country and around the world are changing jobs right now, right? They're changing their careers. They're going into looking at a new focus, their new goals. You know, a lot of people are doing that. They're moving to new cities. And so if maybe that rings a bell with you, maybe you've been thinking about making some sort of a change. You're a driven person. You've got some skills, but you're thinking about maybe going into something new. You just don't want to go back to what you were doing before. It's not serving you well. You know, I totally would love for you to reach out to me and let me know if that's you, because my friend Liza, who is the owner of the Carter Myers Automotive Group, she is an amazing leader, and then she is surrounded by other incredible leaders. Their entire leadership team is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And so she's a great leader. She has great leadership behind her, and then she's also a tremendous advocate for women in the workplace, as well as equal opportunities in the workplace, all of those things. And so when you're ready to start moving in a new direction, just let me know. Okay, shoot me a DM if that's you. You can email me if you want. Just let me know and I can connect you with Liza. They own 15 dealerships all across Virginia and in that area. And there's lots of opportunities everywhere from turning wrenches to sales, whatever your jam is, accounting, all those different things. So just reach out to me and let me know, and I'd love to hook you up. They're just really a great organization. So with that said, I got the hookup over at CMA. And speaking of hookups, Monday, I got suspended from being able to go live on Facebook. I got thrown into Facebook jail and wasn't able to do what we've been doing for the last 957 episodes of this show since January 6th of 2018. And it was crazy. Everybody, I am so thankful for all of you. You started chiming in. They started a hashtag free Glenn Lundy little mini movement, which was crazy. And my guy, Scott Risley, he went above and beyond, man. He went above and beyond, and he made a call to someone that he knew that was in a very powerful position in the land of Facebook. And boom, like within seconds, he got us unlocked, right? And I didn't ask Scott to do that. He just saw it on Facebook and thought it was an injustice. And so he pulled the string. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to think about, for just a second, think about the connections you have, the relationships you have. You know, certain people, like, you hold on to those favors. You're like, okay, I know one day I'm going to ask for a favor, but it's not. And he used a favor with somebody high up in Facebook to get us unlocked so we could go back to doing our show in this way. And I am just super grateful for you, Scott. And then I'm also super grateful for, like, it's just a evidence of the power of community. You know what I mean? The power of community. Like, there is no holding us down. Us crazy folks that like to rise early, right? There is no holding us down. There's no holding down this show. There's no holding down us changing the way people start their day. It's not happening because we have this incredible community that'll pull together and do whatever it takes to make sure it happens. So I'm grateful for you, Scott. I'm grateful for the phone calls I got over the last couple days. So many people, the messages that I got over the last couple days, like, there was so much emotion attached to it. People were like, no, heck no, you ain't shutting Glenn down, right? Like, it was crazy. And so all of that motion, like, it's really nice to know that the words and the messages and the show that we've put together is not falling on deaf ears. It really is nice to know that. And so I really appreciate all of you. You know, we talk on this show, there's really four core words that make up our values, and it's rise, evolve, impact together, right? Rise, evolve, impact together. That's our battle cry, right? We rise every single day with intention and purpose so that we can evolve into the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And ultimately we do this so that we can go out and make an impact, right? Go out and make an impact. And the best part is we get to do it together. That's the best part. We get to wake up together. We get to chat together. We get to run through life together. And listen, we've done this online, Rise, Evolve, Impact together. We've been doing it online now for nearly 4 years. Offline, we've been doing it for nearly 3 years. We started hashtag Rise and Grind offline, where we serve people in the community. We help homeless people or people within our community that are battling cancer, raising money to battle sex trafficking, things like that, right? We've been doing that for a little over 3 years, which is crazy. We've also been helping people rise, evolve, and impact around the world with our 67-day challenge, which we're in the midst of right now. Today's day 10 for some of us. For others of us, we're on different days, but the 67-day challenge, as we've been counting down to the 1000th episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. And so we've been rising, evolving, and making an impact together in that way. And in less than 60 days, we are going to be continuing to feed into that battle cry live and in person on November 5th, 6th, and 7th in Lexington, Kentucky. And listen, I'm here to have a conversation with you. Whether you come for 1 day to that event or you come for 3 days to that event,
so powerful and moving.
like, doesn't matter. 1 day, 3 day, VIP, general admin, however you want to participate in that celebration. I just want you to think a little bit where you're at right now. Like, if you're feeling a little disconnected at the moment, this is going to help you with that. This particular live event is going to help you with that. We're going to bring you together with other like-hearted individuals. Like, if you just know, maybe inside, you just know that you are called to make a greater impact, then when you hear the stories from people like Judge Graham, my friend Judge Graham, who's going to be there, Heather Parody, who many of you remember, she did a lot of episodes of hashtag Rise and Grind with me at the end of 2020, the last 6 months or so of 2020. Heather Parody's going to be there, which I'm super excited about. Amelia Antonetti, who's an incredibly powerful business owner. My man Scott Simons is going to be sharing from the stage. Like, when you, Brian Hess, and so many more. Like, when you hear from these humans, it will uplift and inspire you. I promise. Or maybe it's just that you're ready to evolve into that next level you. Maybe that's you. You're like, man, I'm just banging my head against the ceiling. I can't seem to break through. I know there's a next level in me. Like, you can literally feel your wings are ready to like burst out of the cocoon, right? If that's you, I'm telling you, you want to be at this celebration. Whether it be for 1 day, whether it be for 3 days. You see, at the last event, so we've done this event once before. We did it in Nashville, Tennessee, just before all of the world went through its evolution that we're currently going through, right? And at the past event, it was truly something special, something spectacular. Like, there were spiritual breakthroughs that happened at that particular event. I mean, every person there wasn't a dry eye in the building multiple times because it was just so many breakthroughs, right? And so listen, business owner or not, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, like this celebration of the 1000th episode of hashtag Rise and Grind, this community right here, celebrating this community that we've been able to build together. Like, this celebration, it's going to help you rise to the next level with intention and purpose. Like, I know, like, you know, I've sold events, right? I've sold events. I've done a lot of events in my life. And so I've sold events, and I'm not here to sell you. I don't want you to miss this particular event because I already know what's going to happen. And I already know what it can do for you. I already know what it can do for you. So as your friend, I'm saying go grab your tickets, man. Just go grab a ticket. Maybe you need to grab some tickets for your friends. Like, maybe there's some people in your life that you need to go buy tickets for. Maybe there's some family members that you can buy tickets for. You can make it a whole family thing where everybody comes to Lexington, Kentucky and hangs out with me and my wife and my kids, right? Maybe that's what you need to do. But I just know that we are in the midst of a war right now. Like, if you feel like you are in a fight, like recently, if you feel like you are in a fight, it's because we are. It's because we are. We're in a fight right now, and there's more inside you. And I would love the opportunity for me and my entire crew, right? The whole crew is going to be there. I would just love the opportunity for us to be able to help you through this season and extract that out of you. So listen, grab your tickets. Meet me in Lexington, Kentucky. Let's do this. while you're doing that, all right, go to growforgod.com right now. Go to growforgod.com right now. That's where you can get your tickets. And while you're doing that, let's do some dancing, because I want to say good morning to some of y'all and get this thing kicked off. Fair enough? Fair enough. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. I got too many sounds going on. Too many sounds going on in my head. Okay, there you go, there you go, there you go. Hey, for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right, I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. I've seen that. I've experienced that. I've witnessed that. That is just simply fact. So hit that share button. All right, fair enough. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. And while you're at it, let's do some dancing. Fair enough? Good morning. Let's go. Hey, Linda Sims, I see you over there on Instagram. What's up? Reset Tour Boot. Reset Tour Boot. How are you? Red02. Good morning to you. What's up, Tim Hunt? Great to see you. And my Facebook crew. Oh, I missed you the last couple days. What's up, Megan DiMartino? How you doing, West Storm? Tina Bacon's in the house. Mr. Mike Overfelt, Eileen Mitnick, Don Sankey, Rodney Rock Hatfield is in the house. Cheryl Alexander and Brad Smith. Dora Maria is up in here. What's up, Gail Beecraft and Alicia Watts? Nathaniel Banks and Brad Smith. Debbie Wood, Joan Goebel, Mike Romano, John Gayheimer is up in the place. We've also got Siciliana Yoga. What's up, Wine Nick Chick? I'm so glad that you're here. Tamara Andrus is in the building. Dr. Rowe is in the building. My boy Ramon is in the building. What's up, Fab Realtor? Great to see you as well. I see Gene Stafford is up in here. Linda LeBons. I've got Spencer Nicholson in the house. Mercedes Cullinan is in the house. Thanks for the stars, Charles. I appreciate you. Brian Hess and Justin is in the house. What's up, Molly Dare? Great to see you. Of course, we got my boy TM is up in here. I also see my man Steven is in the building today. Great to see you, Steven. What's up, Dakota and Christina and Treva and Bernita? And Dr. Janie is up in here. Sebastian and Kimberly and Mario. Kelly's in here all the way from Australia. Sweet Thingo 314 is in the house. Sheree Diane is in the house. Evan Wise, Sol Salcido, Lorenzo Spivey, Gail Beecraft, Sean Weatherby. Wow. Packed house. I love it. All around. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. You down? You down? Let's go. Rocking and rolling. Rise, evolve, impact together. Hashtag rise and grind. Let's dive in.
Grow your business for God's sake, for God's sake. See me winning cause I got faith in God's grace.
So this week here on hashtag Rise and Grind, we've been talking about one simple thing, really. We've been talking a lot about money. That's right. We've been talking about money and growing your business, for God's sake, right? Like, we've talked about the fact that you need to earn more. Yeah, I said it. Don't get mad at me. It's the truth. You need to earn more. Why do you need to earn more? You need to earn more so that you can impact more. That's why you need to earn more. You need to earn more so that you can impact more. Now, some people like to stay away from this subject. A lot of people don't like to talk about money. Okay? Somebody somewhere in your life, those that don't like to talk about money, somebody somewhere in your life told you that you're not supposed to talk about money. And that's why you think it's weird to talk about money, right? A lot of people shy away from this. My mother-in-law, just the other day, we were at my mom's house, and they were talking. I don't remember how the conversation came up, but here's what I do remember. I remember one of my kids asked my mother-in-law. She said, "Well, how much money do you make?" Right? Because they were talking about getting paid extra for doing extra things or whatever. And she said, "Well, how much money do you make?" And my mother-in-law immediately said, "No, we don't talk about that." That was her response. Any of y'all got anybody like that in your life? Or have you ever heard that in your life? Or is that maybe you in your life, right? She immediately said, "We don't talk about that." And listen, I used to feel that way. I totally used to feel that way. But now I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean we don't talk about that? Why not? Why would we not talk about money? Listen, you cannot learn. You cannot grow. You cannot multiply your money. You can't learn, grow, or multiply anything that you don't study and talk about. You can't. You cannot multiply, grow, or learn anything that you don't study or talk about. Simple as that. So if we ain't going to talk about money, then you're not going to be able to study it, you're not going to be able to learn it, and you're definitely not going to be able to grow it. Now listen, the best-selling book of all time, 3.6 billion copies sold. The best-selling book of all time mentions money over 800 times. It is the second most popular topic in the entire book. The best-selling book of all time. Listen, money is incredibly important. It is incredibly important. And here's what happens. When I have these conversations, when I talk about money and I talk about God, right? Here's what ends up happening. Some people get really uncomfortable. They stop following me, or they send me messages or whatever, right? And so it's not like I just love having this conversation. Okay? I get burned on both sides, right? There are people that share similar beliefs as me, but then they get turned off because we're talking about money and abundance and so on and so forth. And then there's people that don't share similar beliefs as me, and they get turned off because they don't believe in God. And they think I'm getting too preachy or whatever, right? So just so you know, this isn't like I'm not like, hey, I just really love going in and starting off people's day this way. No, I talk about this because it's important. It's so incredibly important. Dude, money is so incredibly important. It's so important that God himself, the God of the universe, whatever that God looks like to you, okay? The God of the universe, God will actually use resources to demonstrate power over the world and help increase your faith in him. Let me dive into that for just a second. Too often, we forget, those of us that believe in God, right? Too often, we forget that God is the creator of the universe. Like, we like to think of God in human terms. Right? That's what we do. That's what we do as humans. We can relate with other humans. It's hard for a human to relate with a badger. It's hard for a human to relate with the life of a fish. And it's also hard for a human to relate to the life of God, the God of the universe. So we like to take God and put him into a human form that we can kind of comprehend and understand, right? So we forget that God is the creator of the universe. And this is important. It is important that we understand his power. And it is important that we understand his resources. You see, here's the thing. When God promises you something, he has the ability and the capacity to deliver on that promise. You see, God is the owner of everything. People say that Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, or Bill Gates, or whoever it is, okay? Well, here, let me tell you something. God is a multi-zillionaire. He's a multi-zillionaire. So when he says he can supply things for you, he can. He keeps the promises. If he promises it to you, he can provide it to you. And I personally believe that a lot of the promises that God makes for us are the ones that are planted in that seed deep down inside you. It's your dreams. It's your visions. It's the things that you just know that you can do, that you're tugged to. You're like, man, I know I could be doing that. I know I should be doing that. I want to be on that stage. I want to help people. I want to serve people. I want people to listen to what I have to say. I want to travel the world. I have a dream. I have a vision of building orphanages. I have a dream. I have a vision of solving the world water supply issues, the freshwater supply issue. Like whatever your dream, no matter how big and how magnificent, that is a seed planted in you by the God of the universe. And it is a promise that he can provide you with all that you need to live that out. But here's the thing about that. You see, God's going to start small with you. I'm just letting you know. God starts small. And as we receive more and more little blessings from God, right? We begin to gain confidence in God. And the more confidence we have in God, the more blessings he is able to supply. It's kind of like a chicken before the egg type conundrum here, right? Like as you gain more faith, now he can provide more resources. But until you have more resources, sometimes it's hard to have faith, right? Like I remember when I walked, dude. I was a non-believer, man. I was a homeless non-believer. That was me. Little homeless dude who knew everything, right? Survival of the fittest, Darwin, baby. It's me or you. Like I remember coming out of that. It started with one little blessing. It started with one little blessing where somebody gave me a place to stay. They let me sleep on their floor, right? And then the next little blessing after that was somebody handed me a book. And that book that I started to read, it started to unlock my mind a little bit. And then the next blessing was after that was a friend. Somebody introduced me to a friend, and that friend started to pour into me and help extract the greatness that exists inside of me. And then that little, the next like little blessing was somebody gave me a plane ticket. And that plane ticket ultimately brought me to this great state of Kentucky where I now met my wife and my kids, and I get to do these shows, right? Like I remember, and as each little blessing came, I started gaining trust in this idea like, oh my gosh, the God of the universe actually cares about me. And maybe he is real, right? And so my faith started to get stronger. My connection started to get stronger. And as my faith and my connection started to get stronger in God of the universe, big G, as it increased, so did my situation. So did my resources. So did my ability to go out and make an impact in other people. Look, the best-selling book of all time, 3.6 billion copies sold, this thing called the Bible, it puts it this way. In Romans 10:11 through 12, it says, for the scripture saith, whosoever believe in him shall not be ashamed. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek. For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him, right? It's saying it right there. Have faith in something bigger than you. Have faith in the God of the universe. Start there and you'll grow. You can grow your resources. You can fertilize that seed in you that's wanting to break through to that next level. And look, again, I know sometimes this is really uncomfortable conversations, but I'm trying to shake you up a little bit here. So lean in. If you're starting to turn away right now, if you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to hear this crap, then you really need to lean in. I'm just telling you. Now, see, God also uses money and resources to unite people. Okay, if we go to 2 Corinthians 8:15, it says this: as it is written, he that had gathered much had nothing over, and he that had gathered little had no lack. And here's what this means. Okay, God is going to use the abundance of money and resources that one person has in order to bless and supply the needs of another. He's going to balance this out. This is how it works. So when you step into your calling, when you step into your unique seed, when you step into the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be, when you step into that and glorify the God of the universe, that multi-zillionaire, when you glorify that with your actions and with your works, what ends up happening is you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded with additional resources, knowing that those additional resources you will then use to supply those that have less than. Do you see what I'm saying here? This is why we need to be talking about money. This is why we need to be talking about money when we're talking about God, when we're talking about faith, when we're talking about belief systems, when we're talking about rise, evolve, impact together. We got to talk about money, because as you lean in, the impact you can now make on others increases. That gets multiplied. Your resource gets multiplied. The ability to impact others gets multiplied. Those that don't have as much, those that are going without, those that don't have the faith, those that aren't leaning in, those that do feel small, those that do feel squished or less than or not worthy, those that are in bad situations, that have been victimized for whatever particular reason. As you grow in abundance of your resources, you can now go out and serve and impact more. Listen, I'm trying to shake you to your core this week. You're like, dude, I get it. Dude, I get it. Dude, I get it. Do you? Do you? Because here's what I know. In my experience, most of the people around me, not saying you're one of a kind, but most of the people around me, they're not dreaming big enough. They're not taking big enough steps and big enough action. They're settling in. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're riddled with debt. They have dreams and aspirations of the things that they want to do. All of that. But somewhere back in their mind, somewhere in their history, somewhere when they were young, people told them to sit down and to shut up, to not talk about it, to stop being so greedy, to just be grateful for exactly what you have, which I do agree. You need to be grateful for what you have. You also need to lean in and get more. You got to lean in and get more. So somewhere, someone in you has limited your mindset around money. I'm sorry, let me take that back. Somewhere, some people that are around me, maybe not you, but they are limiting their mindset around money and ultimately the impact they can make on this planet with it. And so I'm trying to shake you up. Get mad at me if you want. Get mad. I'm okay with that. As long as it makes you start to think like, wait a minute, maybe I can do more. That's it. That's it. I'm going to push you to more. That's it. Because I know that you're the right-hearted person. You see, I only attract people in this space. I only attract like-hearted people. People that God can use to expand the kingdom. People that God can use, yes, big G God can use to make a massive impact on this planet. That's the reality of the situation. So if you're here, you're one of my people. And if you're looking at your checking account, or you're looking at your bank balance, or you're having to second guess whether you can get a ticket to an event, or you're having to worry about whether you can pay your bills next month, or you want to help people, you want to serve, but you don't have the resources to do so. People can't count on you to be there for them when they need you. Like, if you're in that situation now, I'm just telling you, you're in the right room at the right time, listening to the right message. And what it's going to take is you're going to have to start to lean in to the fact that you need an education around money. You need to start to study money, and you need to understand the gift that is money and start to break out of these limiting mindsets. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, I'm done yelling at you this morning. I'm over on time. Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. There's a bunch of them up there, over 900. And, yeah. Hold on. I love you. I do. I really do. I love you. I got a little fired up there. Maybe I got a little carried away. All right. All right. There's so much more to say. I'll come back tomorrow. Meet me back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again on #Rise and Grind. Fair enough? Fair enough. I'm going to end this show right now before I get myself in trouble. Let's go!
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind, grind, grind. 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 #Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. Don't stop, get it, get it. #Rise and don't stop, get it, get it. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise, stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. #blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started, have a party in the morning, and I'ma wake the world. It's so alarming. I #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind, grind, grind. 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 Good morning, don't stop, get it, get it, get it. Good morning, don't stop, get it, get it, get it. Good morning, don't stop, get it, get it, get it. Good morning, don't stop, get it, get it, get it. #Rise and Grind, let's go, let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's get it. #Rise and Grind, let's go, let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's get it. #Rise and Grind, I know you with it. Rise and go, let's go, let's get it. #Rise and Grind, let's go, let's get it. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, everybody in the land. Make them all get up and turn the volume up and dance. I'm up like a rooster about my future. Better get used to the routine. I ain't sleep, I'm living the dream. Feeling like I can do anything. Cause this is God's plan. I wake up, I thank the man. Brush my teeth and wash my hands. Then I get back to the grind. Got victory on my mind. Success and dollar signs. Now open all the blinds so they can't block my shine. I am the light. Amen. Going platinum with this anthem for the AM. It take passion, massive action, dedication. We the champions, so it's a celebration. This is our time and that's for sure. Every day we grinding, that's for sure. If you's a hitter like Josh, oh, lock in with Glenn and tell a friend and let them know. We #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. Grind, grind. #Rise and Grind, grind, grind. #Rise and Grind, grind, grind. #Rise and Grind, grind, grind. The nation, #Rise and Grind. Waking up the nation.
To make people feel special, because you're enough, man. I'm telling you, you're already enough. A child of God, uniquely made, the God of the universe. Can you believe it? The God that made everything, He made you to be the best version of yourself, and you're making these incredible decisions. You join this group, #Rise and